Welcome, everyone, to another episode of BD's Quick Tips. We call them advice at the Vise. And today, we're talking about the thread base. It's a really important part of your fly's construction, and that's a key word, construction. By the way, I'm Al BD from Boise, Idaho, in case you didn't know. Let's take a look at a comparison. We're going to talk about fly tying in relation to house construction. In house construction, you pour the foundation. Now that can be in the form of a pad, a foundation, or a basement, usually done with concrete. When it's done with concrete, while it's still wet, you install the anchor bolts. And then you build the house, anchoring the foundation to the rest of the house using the anchor bolts. How do the two compare? The foundation is the fish hook. The anchor bolts, it's the thread base. The completed house is the finished fly. I know this might be kind of an unusual analogy, but anyway, the anchor bolts and thread base, they're hidden, but they're very important parts of both. And that's what we're going to deal with today. We're going to just lay down a thread base, showing you the way we like to do it. We like to cover the important parts of the shank with a thread. I'm going to start, though, by sharing with you a little trick. Notice this O-ring right here. My thread is captured under that. I don't know about you, but it seems like if all I gotta have to do is walk out of the room and all my thread comes out of the spool. I have to re-thread it all. We're going to have a working section of thread here that's probably twice the length of the shank, give or take. I'm just going to lay this across the shank, and I'm going to start about a third back from the hook eye. I'll make 2 turns in front. I cross over and start to wrap back. I want you to notice that I've got tension here on the left, and I have tension on the bobbin. And the two, one tension working with the other, allow me to place those turns right together, edge to edge, as I wrap towards the back of the hook. You can see that I'm wrapping now, still with tension on the left hand, but also that I've got the thread going back like this, wrapping back like this. What that does is allow me to miss the point and continue wrapping to the end of the shank. See? All right. Now we'll trim off the waist and wrap forward, placing close turns as we go forward. We want these to be nice and snug, almost to the point of breaking. We want a good, smooth application. Now we're coming up on the front part of the hook, and whether we return to our starting point or we stay back a little bit is something that we'll discuss in a future quick tip. That's called material creep, and it's a way of controlling it. We'd love to have you give us a like, send us a friend request, or subscribe to the channel, whichever is appropriate in your case. From October until May, every Friday, we have a fly tying clinic. Join us. You'll be glad you did. But for now, that's a wrap.